Lately, I've been watching a lot of the self-proclaimed Pixar theorists, and I've noticed something. There's not a lot of speculation on the Cars universe. Despite it being one of the most mysterious worlds in Pixar's realm of movies, there aren't many theories about it. That got me thinking, what if I became the first YouTube channel dedicated to figuring out Cars lore? What if I became the first Pixar theorist? That sounded way better on paper. On with the video. This video does not take into account the Pixar theory, a theory created by John Negroni stating that each and every Pixar film takes place within a shared universe. Though an interesting topic, I prefer to think of the Cars universe as a parallel universe rather than living in the same Earth in which humans once dwelt. You've read the title, you've seen the thumbnail, you know what this video is about. See, I love the Cars movies, but if I had to pick out one flaw in them, it would be that they don't do a very good job of establishing the world. Is it the human world? Are the cars alive? Are they robots? Are they some kind of highly evolved bugs? For the sake of this video, I'm going to say they are alive, as that's what I firmly believe. This is further proven by a behind-the-scenes clip from the first Cars film where an animator states,
"He can't open his doors because that's where his brains are."
Now that we've established they're living and breathing cars, we have to figure out the ages. The first and most obvious answer would be that the year the model is produced would be the year they were born. For instance, McQueen is a 2006 custom race car, making his date of birth sometime in 2006. Though making quite possibly the most logical answer, there is quite a bit of evidence to disprove this. For one, cars like Matty McGear and Coriander Ride Track are obviously supposed to represent children. Since McQueen seemed quite mature during 2006, I'm going to say no. Also, according to the bio of Retro Ramon in the Cars Encyclopedia, Ramon met Flo in 1957, despite him being a 1959 Chevy Impala. Secondly, there's the driver age, first introduced, I believe, by the Super Carlin brothers. This theory ties into the Pixar theory, stating that the humans died off or went to space as seen in Wall-E. Then the cars took over the world, however inheriting the personalities and memories of their previous owner. This would also make their ages the same as their driver, meaning there really is no rhyme or reason to it. A theory very similar to the previous one originated from the website Pink. The homunculus theory states that humans actually live inside the cars and that the metal body is just a cover. This would in theory make the cars the age of the person inside them. Now, my personal headcanon doesn't have much evidence backing it up, however it just seems to make the most sense based on what we have previously learned. The year of the Cars model is the year they reach adulthood. Usually a human becomes an adult at the age of 18, but I think the Cars universe it would be 21. The evidence, McQueen is a rookie in 2006. Some may argue 2005 based on the original video game, but I personally just think that's an error. If my theory is true, McQueen would be 21 during the events of the first Cars film. The average age of a rookie going to the big leagues is 21. It is also the legal drinking age in America. Therefore, it is to some extent an age of maturity. If we take my theory as true, McQueen would be 21 in the first Cars movie and 32 in the third when he retires. Sally, being a 2003 Porsche, would be 24 in Cars 1 and 35 in Cars 3, and Ramon would have been 19 when he met Flo. Doc Hudson would have been 76 during the events of the first movie, and if we say he died in 2008, he was 78 when he passed away. The only real issue I have with this theory is that Sally, being only 24, would be a little young to have completed 4 years of education to be an attorney and have run away. However, this actually could factor in as to why she wasn't happy, because she was forced to spend all her time studying for school. Perhaps she was homeschooled and finished grade school quite early on, but that's a theory for another time. Next we get to a bit more of a touchy subject. Can cars reproduce? Where do they come from? Are they built in a factory, or do the cars actually have children? For the factory evidence, when McQueen is finally found in Radiator Springs, Max shouts the phrase, "Thank the manufacturer, you're alive."
Manufacturer, you're alive!
For those unaware, a manufacturer is a person or company who produces things from raw materials. Cars in real life would be an example. In Planes, Fire and Rescue, while on the phone, Cad Spinner shouts the phrase,
"Were you building a barn? Come on!"
This implies the cars are built. In the book Cars 3, The Essential Guide, a photo of the inner workings of Lightning McQueen are shown. Though all mechanical, I can't help but notice that most of the car isn't shown. meaning there is room for organic materials. For the reproduction side, we know that cars have family members. Going to Porta Corsa in Cars 2, we see that Luigi has his uncle and mama Topolino, and Francesco Bernoulli has a mother. There are also very clearly cars that represent young children, such as Maddie McGear, and cars that represent teenagers, like Mia and Tia. We also know that cars have organic features, such as tongues and brains. There isn't really a cut and dry answer to this question, so I have made my own ideas on how it works. When two cars decide they want to have a child, for this scenario we'll say it's two Porsches, the mother gets pregnant. When the child is born, it's not a regular car, rather an engine with all the organic parts, tongue, brain, etc., attached. Picture the drawings by Jake Parker, but without the frame or metal parts in general. Then the frame is built for the newborn. The shape of the child's frame depends on the mother and father. If they're both Porsches, the child has a Porsche body. However, if you have an instant like McQueen and Sally, who are both different models, then that's how you get people with custom models in the Cars universe. So yeah, now you know the ages of cars and also how they have babies. This probably isn't something you wanted to know, but at least now you do. I really hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like and comment down below. If this video does well, I have some other theories I'd like to share too, although I'll probably post them anyway, whether this does good or not. You can subscribe to my channel by clicking there, watch another video by clicking there. That's all for today, folks. I'll see you in another one. JS Cars, hey, signing out.